Well, it has been 3 days since 22 young lives were snuffed out in the fire that broke out in the Surat market complex. The building owner and the manager, who were on the run, have also been arrested by the Surat police. 2 Surat Fire Department officials have been suspended for negligence. Meanwhile, show cause notices have been issued to owners of over 9,000 buildings all over the state. Well, so that's the latest we are tracking. Remember, the Deputy Chief Fire Officer has also been suspended in this case. This was a massive fire that broke out in a market complex in Surat, one that has several coaching classes, and therefore the deaths that took place are of young students and mostly teenagers is what we hear. Extremely tragic incident there in Surat. The death toll has climbed to 22. The number of injured are over 10 at the moment. Now, this is a place that has about over 1,000 coaching centers, and across Surat now notices have been served to several buildings and owners of these buildings to make sure that the fire compliances are in place. Disha joining us on the phone line. Disha, 1,123 coaching centers are now under the scanner. Now, in this particular case, do we have clarity on what went wrong for such a massive fire to break out? Why couldn't the fire department control it? Because we are also looking at the issue of negligence on the part of the fire department. Fire officers have been suspended as well.
Well, absolutely, Afrida. At this point in time, what we know that 2 fire officials have been suspended after the incident, and it was just yesterday when there were 2 other arrests made in this case. For that matter, the building owner as well as the builder, the manager of the building. Both of them were arrested just late last evening yesterday, and 24 hours after the incident, the coaching center owner was arrested. So overall, 3 arrests have been made so far. What went wrong on that day, Afrida? 22 students were killed because in a commercial center on the 3rd and the 4th floor, which was firstly illegally constructed. What we know for the fact that there was a short circuit which actually led the fire there, and at that point in time, the staircase was made of wood, and that is why the fire aggravated and a massive fire was caught. We also saw students jumping out of the window. There were about 50 to 60 students present at that point in time. We are yet to get the official figure because that is what the government is really investigating right now at this point. But out of 20 students who jumped, 3 were killed on the spot. So right now,
Right.
After the incident, a total of 80 teams have been on the ground, deployed on the ground, with 320 officials Afrida been inspecting buildings and complexes in the city. And in fact, show cause notices have been sent to about 1,000 coaching centers in Surat in the past 2 days for running illegally, and secondly for not complying with the fire safety norms. So this is what exactly the government, only after the incident, has actually started doing. And if we talk about as many as 9,000 buildings across Gujarat,
Right.
including schools, coaching centers, malls, restaurants, have
Yes.
been found lacking fire safety regulations.
Well, now the administration has sprung into action, but the fact of the matter is, why were these establishments running without the necessary compliances? Why were they being allowed to run without having fire safety norms in place? Disha, thanks for joining us.